This video is about generating podcast episode ideas. If you want your podcast episodes to literally print money, it all starts with better ideas. But I'm not going to give you a list of podcast ideas that always work. That's not going to actually help you. What I'm going to do is to give you the how and the where to find these great ideas, the psychology and the tactics, so that you can have your own money printing machine. I'm going to be walking you through the 3 killer secrets to come up with winning podcast ideas easily and on the fly. I use these exact secrets in my business every single day, like I did for this video for my client Veronica to blow up her channel and her business. Why are podcast ideas important in the first place? Ideas make or break a show. Execution is important, yes, but if you execute on a poor idea, you're not going to get the results that you want. You're actually going to get negative results. No one's going to care about what you're doing. So ideas are super, super important as it relates to getting someone to find your video and getting someone to care about your content. That's all that matters in the game of turning listeners into clients, having them feel motivated to take the next step to want to work with you. And we'll be diving into how to foolproof your ideas so that you know that you're making the right content that's going to reach the right audience every single time. Starting with this first secret, which is called the Kaleidoscope technique. If you're old enough, like me, you remember back in the day when you had this little toy called a kaleidoscope, which is like a cylindrical toy that you would hold up to the sun. And as you turn it, you would see an image of shapes and colors, and that image would begin to change and transform the more you turned it. That is the secret. That is the reason behind the kaleidoscope technique. What we're going to be doing here is to identify what your main topics of your podcast are going to be based on your expertise. And then from there, plug those into a kaleidoscope. And as we use it, we'll come up with different ways and means, different avenues, different prisms with which we can see our topic through. So you can then generate an endless stream of topics. Think about it like this. If you can plug in 4 main high-level topics of your show, you could potentially get a 4x or even a 10x multiple on those topics. So now 4 topics have just become 40 topics. And that literally can be endless. So here's how we do it. You want to start with identifying what is the current state of your client's journey. Where are they in the process of working with you? They've signed a contract. What is their current situation? What are their problems they're going through? What is the current issue? And then you want to know what is their potential outcome? What is the dream outcome they want to achieve? Where is their life going to be? What do they want their life to look like? And then along that path, you're going to plot what is the journey that you take them through your expertise. Now you may already have that. That is your framework. So what you want to do is to plug your framework into the Kaleidoscope technique. Now along the journey, there are going to be different milestones. And each milestone will represent a new set of activities or a new set of expertise which you would bring to bear to help your client. Let me elucidate this with an example, right? So let's say that you are a sober coach. You help your clients to quit drinking. Now, along the path, they may start out with they currently are drinking and they're seeing the negative repercussions of that in their lives. Their relationships are destroyed. Their family life is non-existent. Their career is on the rocks, or maybe they're high functioning, and they're starting to see now the decline in their career and social lives. They may come to you and they want to work with you. And along the path to get to their outcome, which is they have a happy life, their relationships are doing great, their family life is 100%, they're getting friends, and they have a career now that's very fulfilling and hobbies that keep them entertained and keep their mind sharp. Along that path, they have to go through a certain set of steps. And each one of these steps would represent different topics. One step could be quitting drinking. Another step could be finding good habits. Another step could be finding a community. And another step could be about growth, meaning using things like health and wellness to propel them into a new mental state. And then, of course, they'll reach that outcome eventually of having all that they ever wanted. Now, what you've created are going to be these 4 topics: quitting drinking, better habits, finding a community, health and wellness. And you can plug each of those now into the Kaleidoscope. Now, what the Kaleidoscope actually is, I represent my Kaleidoscope as a spreadsheet. You might have different ideas for how you want to implement yours. And within that spreadsheet are going to be different content topics or content types. And these are your prisms. Now, one content type might be deep dives. where you're going into the statistics and facts and figures. You're going deep and doing full exploration on a topic. Another content type could be this versus that, where you're comparing two things. Another content type could be how-tos. Another content type could be listicles. Here are the 7 things or 5 things or 21 things or 11 things. And you can plug in as many different prisms or content types that you want in your Kaleidoscope. And so you put your topics in there, work through the different content types, and output would be multiple episode ideas per content topic. And that's it. Now, you could go forth with that and make your podcast episodes, but that won't guarantee that they will be successful. You need the second secret. And that's going to be taking those podcast titles and leveraging them in YouTube search. Now, YouTube search is powerful for many, many reasons, but the one that we use it for in our agency is to determine the likelihood that our videos will be successful, because there are millions and billions of videos already out there. A lot of them are already ranking and getting tons and tons of views, whether that be currently today or 5 years ago. These topics are still very relevant or still getting views today. And so we can look at those to then give us ideas and inspiration for how we can tailor these podcast topics even more. Now, how that works is we're going to take these podcast episodes one at a time, and we're going to determine what are the keywords here in this topic. Then we're going to plug those keywords into YouTube search and hit search, and then we're going to see all the videos that come up related to this topic. Now, some of the videos and ones that we're going to focus on are the ones that are going to have a very high amount of views and engagement. And what you're going to see, you can make your own little database of this. You're going to see different variations of topics, of titles, and thumbnails. And then you can plug those now into your little bank as you begin to do the pre-work for your individual episodes. And so now you've achieved 2 things. You now have your podcast topics that's related to your direct expertise. And now you already have proof based on the listener or the viewer's perspective that this is something that they value, and the specific iteration of it with the variations of the titles and thumbnails. You have now some amount of certainty with which to go through and to record your episode. You can make thumbnails similar to the inspiration you received and A/B test the different ones and see which one works best for you and works best for your episodes. Now, we can take that even a step further by using the next secret. And the next secret is going to give you even more certainty. And that is going to be Google Trends. You're going to take these podcast topics and put them into Google Trends and compare them to each other. And you can see which one of these keywords is ranking today and how high the search volume is on Google. Because guess what? YouTube is the second largest search engine. Google is the first largest search engine, and your videos will rank in Google as well. So definitely seeing what is trending on Google will increase the chances that your video will get picked up and watched and go crazy in the algorithm. So just going back to the Google idea, there are 2 things that you want to do here. One, definitely Google Trends is going to tell you about the search volume. It's going to tell you about what keywords or what iteration of the keyword is ranking more than another. Let's say, for example, you're searching for how to quit drinking. How to quit drinking may be ranking less than how to stop drinking or how to give up alcohol, for example. And you can see which one ranks more. And the one that's ranked higher, you could then take and use that as a podcast idea and then, create your content around that. The next thing that you want to do is to do the search on Google search itself. And then you would see now there's a section there that gives you different questions. Now, no, we're going beyond ideas at this point. It's just an extra tip. You can see the different questions that are being asked about the given topic. And then you can now take those questions and apply them to your videos, because that's what actual human beings are looking for answers to. So then that can go into your videos to make them even better for people who watch it. You can then increase your watch time of the video by answering those questions in there. You now have the 3 secrets at your disposal. Go forth and prosper. Comment down below, let me know if these worked for you. And like this video and subscribe for more.